Hello friends. A road is something everyone uses, whether rich or poor, and it forces all levels of people to associate with one another. The road signifies mobility. One can take the road as a point to start over towards something new. Here, Walt Whitman talks about the people and places. He argues against staying in one place for too long, although the kindness may be true. So friends, today we are going to learn about our first poem, and the name of the poem is Song of the Open Road by Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman was an American poet, essayist, and journalist. Whitman is among the most influential poets in the American literature. He is often called the father of free verse. His major works, Leaves of Grass, was published in July 1855. His O Captain, My Captain, a poem written on the death of Abraham Lincoln, is widely popular. The section of Song of the Open Road from the Leaves of Grass is a beautiful combine of self-awareness, free will, and tenderness of heart. It gives us poets a realization that along the journey of life, one will face a taste of wisdom which is not tested in any school or university. So let's begin with the poem Song of the Open Road by Walt Whitman. First stanza. Afoot and light-hearted, I take to the open road, healthy, free, the world before me. The long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. Means, in this first stanza, we came to know that the poet is setting out on the open road by foot. That means he has started his journey. He is light-hearted and open to all. He is about to experience. That means he is ready to take any kind of experience in his life. Here, the poet recognizes that it is he who is in control of his journey. That means poet is taking the complete responsibility of his journey. He will choose where the path will take him on his journey. And yes, here poet has decided that wherever he will reach, wherever he will go, that path will decide his journey. Second stanza. Henceforth, I ask not good fortune. I myself am good fortune. Henceforth, I whimper no more. Postpone no more. Need nothing. Means, here, the poet says that he does not have to pray for good luck. Here, he does not going to pray to the God, to anyone, that please give me something good luck, because he is the maker of his own good luck, his own destiny. He will take the complete responsibility of his destiny. He will take the responsibility of his complete journey, but he will not pray. He will not no longer cry or hesitate to do what he wants, because he is in need of nothing. That means he don't want any kind of help from anyone. He will take his journey at his own. He is no longer content with being well inside. He is strong and happy to be on the open road. That means in his life's journey, he will take the responsibility of all his deeds. He is well content with his all the equipments. So that's why he does not need any kind of things from the people. This is what stanza number 2. Third stanza. done with indoor complaints, libraries, querules. I do not want to constellations any nearer. I know they are very well where they are. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. Here, poet says that it seems to disconnect himself from others. Poet wants to disconnect himself from others. Poet says that this earth is fine this way for this all the contentments. What I need will provided by this mother earth. He does not desire or wish to be any closer to the stars than already he is. That means he is closer to the stars. He does not need any person. He knows they are fine wherever they are, and he knows they are good enough for those who belongs to them. The poet highlights is that his free will and independence, which is more important for the poet, means here he possibly does not include himself in the group of the people who belongs to the influential group of the people. The word in this poem is being used as constellation, means the gatherings, the group of influential people. So this is what stanza number 3. Stanza number 4. Still here I carry my old delicious burdens. I carry them, men and women. I carry them with me wherever I go. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. I am filled with them and I will fill them in return. Here in stanza number 4, the poet admits that, accepts that he is not without, he is having so many problems, but instead of worries, instead of problems, he will enjoy them. Here, Walt Whitman communicates the sense of enjoyment the Walt Whitman feels for his own burdens. The poet admits to all that carries them with him wherever he goes in his life. The speaker declares, the poet declares that he cannot cut himself of them. Instead, he and his burdens share a meaningful relationship. He is filled with his burdens and in return, he fills them. Walt Whitman is giving us a thought that his troubles, burdens do not define him. Rather, Walt Whitman accepts, poet accepts them and carries them with him wherever he goes. This is what our poem, Song of the Open Road. Summary of the poem. Song of the Open Road poem is an expression of cheerfulness as the poet narrates what he feels and watch and observe while walking on the open road. Right from the beginning of his journey on the road, he separates himself from all worldly wise needs. The poet is describing a journey of life on which he is moving. That means it is the journey of a life which is being given by our poet. He describes himself as being healthy, free, and he realizes he is the only person who is in complete control of his existence. He chooses his own fate and fortune. Because of this understanding and thoughtfulness, he does not have to wish or hope or pray for good fortune. That means our poet is responsible for his complete deeds. He clarifies, he specifies that he himself is his own good fortune, and that is all he needs. That means he'll take the complete responsibility of his needs and deeds. This is nothing that he is missing. He will reach towards his destination on his own, and the earth, this mother earth, will provide him with whatever the things extra that are necessary in his life, in his journey. This is not to say that the road he is taking is not covered with limitations and troubles. That means so many troubles are there, limitations are there, burdens are there in his journey, but still he has decided to walk on this path. Rather than worry, however, the speaker, the poet, has decided to take those burdens, those troubles, those limitations with him and deal with them as they arise. He accepts that he and his burden share meaningful relationships. Therefore, he has to carry out along everywhere. And that's why this poem is being entitled as The Song of the Open Road by Walt Whitman. Thank you, friends.